Hi, this is Ann Angelo Webb, the Animal Intuitive. This is the Animal Intuitive Show. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking with two dogs, Oreo, who's a very special pet therapy dog, and Chloe, who is struggling with some effects of a very difficult first year of life. So my job is to help find some ways to help her feel better. And also, please write down below why you would like to possibly have a chance to be an interview with your pet in a future episode of the Animal Intuitive Show. Come on, all you doggies, won't you walk with me? I'm the puppet dog. Weekly episodes involving animal communication, demonstrations and information about natural pet care, and interviews with experts in the field of animal care and advocacy. What are your doggies' names, Lisa?
This is Oreo, the black and white one, and Chloe back here is our female, the brown and white one.
Okay, Oreo and Chloe. So what I like to do is just go in and get a sense of who they are. They describe themselves a little bit, and then we can go with any questions that you have.
Okay.
All right. So he says, I'm a fun-loving guy.
Absolutely.
Life is kind of a beach. Life's about having good times, having fun, eating, being with family. He's specifically talking about like a cookout where there was grilling, smell of food being cooked.
We actually do a 4th of July block party every year, and that's hopefully coming up soon, and he gets free run of the block party because he can be outside without his leash. Nice. He doesn't stray away, so he kind of just wanders around, and he loves it because he gets fed by everybody.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah, he says, I don't worry about anything. I have a very good life. Worrying is a waste of time. He gives good advice. He talks about a man, like a father.
Probably my husband.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
He says, that's my good time guy. I show him jump up in it looks like a truck or higher up vehicle.
Yeah. We have a Tahoe and a pickup truck, and they go out a lot and do stuff. And he's the one that he plays with them because Oreo likes to play rough. So my husband is the rough player and everything.
Yeah, that's his good time guy, he says. That's his friend. And the music, there's on the radio, it feels like country.
Oh, that's very interesting that he's picking up on that because he can't hear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But and my husband listens to country music. That's really interesting.
Yeah, that is. And I think, what that could be attributed to is it's kind of an overall, like when you're communicating with them, you're picking up on the scene. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't necessarily have to exactly be them related. Right. Exactly. At the same time, he could be picking up on what your husband's picking up on in the music.
Right.
Is there anything specific that you wanted to ask him?
The only thing with him really is that he's a therapy dog, and I just want to make sure that he still really enjoys going out and getting petted and doing his work. He seems to, but...
Right. Okay. When I do my therapy dog work, he doesn't call it therapy dog work, but when I go out to do my work, I kind of switch into another mode. I come down.
Oh my gosh.
I know what I'm there for, and I have to adjust to the situation. I'm really in tune with people who are hurting.
I'm sorry, I'm going to tear up through this because this is exactly what everybody tells me, that he just is really good at reading people. Yeah. And picking up on their feelings. And I've seen it many, many times, like when we go to the hospitals and stuff like that. It amazes me that he puts his vest on and he's a completely different dog. Yeah. He just knows that he's going to work. He can't be bouncing around. He can't be running around. So that hearing that just is amazing.
Yeah, he's great. He's wonderful. He really helps people.
Yeah.
Because they know it. They know
Mm-hmm.
that he's really there for them and listening to them, and that means the world to
Oh
them.
yeah.
Yeah. They feel like they've been heard when he's
Yeah.
come around. Yeah, he's hitting me too. He's he's getting me. He's showing me a woman that may be related to that work. Brown hair, shoulder length woman who's a bit taller. Um, he's just bringing this person up and just mentioning that he's bringing up this woman and saying that she has something to do with that work. Feels like she is a facilitator or something important in it. I'm asking why he wants to talk about her. I just like her, he says.
That could be one of two people. There's one of the visits that we do is at a hospital, and there is a woman there that's the activity director that is there every time we're there. And she loves having him there. And then also our therapy volunteer coordinator, they love one another as well. So it could be one, and he sees her probably about once a month. So it could be what both of those people fit that description and his thoughts. So.
A lot goes into the work that he does. There's a lot of like people who do a lot, and he's acknowledging that. It's important work, he says.
Yes, very.
Yeah, and I don't know. One of them just I get this. The person he's talking about is smiling and upbeat. I just appreciate it. He just wants to give him credit, essentially.
Okay.
So, take that back to them. Let them know. Tell them
that's
watch
right.
This. Yeah. He goes, "Did I do good?" He says.
Good boy. Yes, you did good.
Yeah, I get a big smile.
Yeah.
He gets like he's performing, like this is something specific where he's going to be seen. He gets that.
Yes, and he loves that. He actually won a contest where he's the ultimate rock dog for WDHA, our local radio station. He was on the cover of a calendar. He loves being the center of attention, so that does not surprise me at all.
That's great. Okay, so what else? What would you like to go on to with Chloe?
She happy where she is? Is there any, and more so with her, is there anything we can do to help her be happier?
When I tune into her, I'm brought more into her body.
Okay.
Like feel the body. And there's a feeling that she went through having something that went through her body, like an infection that influenced her. It feels like she could have processed it out, but yet it's still, sometimes when even with humans, sometimes when we have certain illnesses, they kind of linger in the body and then they're like dormant until maybe a stressor or what have you brings it out again. And it can just influence the body, have like a long-term effect. I get the word inflammation.
We adopted her when she was a year old, so it's very possible that something happened to her in that first year before she came here.
Something that comes up that if you're not giving her probiotics, and of course, I always say, I'm not a vet. I'm not here to diagnose or treat illness, but you could always talk to your vet if they feel like it would be helpful for her. She shows me herself. She's walking. She's kind of favoring her front legs, more like the ankle. There's a feeling that she's not. I don't mean like limping. I just mean like sensitive. To that area. So that just might be something to be aware of if she's out playing hard.
And she does play very hard. She's a runner, she's a jumper. When she's outside, she's in her element. And that,
Yeah, I feel like it takes a bit of a toll on her. Like she might
okay,
overdo it a little bit and not know
yeah,
when to pull
that
back.
would not surprise me, yes.
There's definitely, nice little massages, things like that around her ankles. I have a demo massage video too that you could always look at.
Okay,
Shows you some of the strokes that you can do. Um, it feels to me like it's her system kind of wants something to influence it, like an essential oil comes up. Um, Kind of that bringing up the frequency a bit.
okay.
Is that something that you've done with her at all, or
I've done calming, like lavenders, and I use balance
things just for?
most of the time. Most for her, she seems to be very anxious a lot, especially when she's inside and is nervous around anything new, loud noises, different noises, anything like that. So I've been doing a lot of like I said, the lavender and balance oils just to try to calm her down a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, I have plenty of other ones that I could try if there's something else that
Yeah.
might help.
Yeah. For me, what I get with her is interesting is something more joyful, something more like a rose, something lemon, like diffusing something that's
Okay.
bringing her up. Because I
Instead
feel
of
like underneath this is some sadness, some kind of an unhappiness. I don't feel like it's coming from anything, anything that's happened in your home.
right.
It's just, I feel like part of this is like a physical thing where it's been, and I'm sure you've, had her, she goes to the vet. I mean, you told me before we
Yes.
got on that she's been checked out and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just interesting how sometimes like things can just be almost undetectable by any sort of testing, but inflammation would be one of them that
Okay.
can cause animals and people to feel anxious or down. Chloe, you leaving?
Chloe, come here. Come here. Come here, girlfriend.
Chloe.
Yep, she's Chloe, come here.
She doesn't have to stay if she doesn't want to.
Okay.
Okay. And what else would you want to talk to her about?
He came to us with a lot of baggage, and it took a long time to get through some of that. And she still has a lot of baggage with her that we just can't seem to get over.
Okay. She specifically shows me hands on her, human hands on her. I feel as though she felt used. Perhaps for breeding.
I don't know about breeding, but she was rescued from a fighting ring. And we got her when she was a year old. We have video of her rescue. But we don't know exactly what she was used for there.
Right.
So the hands on her, unfortunately, does not surprise me.
Baby. She says, it definitely affected her confidence. I feel like I have to follow, watch, and like watch to see what I'm supposed to be doing, and not in a good way, not like in the sense we think of like being a good leader, not like that. Excuse me. More like hypervigilant.
Okay.
And confused about what she's supposed to be doing and what's okay. Yes, I feel the roughness. I feel her get shaken or taken by her collar and moved harshly, unfortunately. That in turn, it just makes me confused and a lack of confidence just in general, like in any environment. It just kind of stays with her. So asking her what would help, if anything else, just to release this. Is it something she wants to let go of? Reminding her that those people are gone. Those people are never coming back. She'll never be with them again.
And we try to tell her all the time that, we will never let anything bad happen to her. And, she's with us forever.
Yeah. When you do that, do you ever sit with her with your hands on her?
Yes.
Good. It's good to make that association.
And with me, she's a big cuddler. And even like where we're sitting, she needs to be touching me. She needs to be up against me, which is, I absolutely love that. But I also know it's her anxiety and her lack of confidence. Yes.
Yeah. Oreo pops in and says, I just want to pull her out of it. Like, it seemed like he wants to drag her like in a run. He's like, run. If you run, you won't think about it.
And we take her, she goes to agility class, which she doesn't do great at, but I notice when she's not thinking and she's not listening, she does really well at the agility. And because she loves to run outside and she loves to be outside, we thought that might take her mind away from things. And I, even going into the class, me and her have a conversation, and I always say to her, if you close your mind off and don't pay attention to things, I will close my mind off and not pay attention to things, and we'll get through this together. And on those nights, she actually seems to do better. And we can tell when she's nice and relaxed and calm and confident with herself, and she can do everything.
Nice. Do you do the oils before she goes?
Yes. Okay, yeah. But now I'll try some of the more upbeat oils.
Yeah.
Before we go. And that's another thing. Does she enjoy going to that class? Yeah. Or running? I know she enjoys running around.
She says she doesn't like as much going high up. She likes the groundwork more. Like sitting on the ground and running around. She says, I feel a lack of safety or confidence when I'm up high.
And I can guarantee that I call it the seesaw that she does, and that she does it, but it's not her favorite. When her feet are on the ground and nothing's moving, are her favorite things to do.
Just asking her if that has anything to do with her wrists. She says more so has to do with scent. I like the ground scent. I don't like going away up.
Okay.
Not that, she couldn't still smell the ground, but there's something about it just wanting to stay low, staying connected to the ground. And she says sometimes she shows me herself like looking behind her. Like that is somehow she feels like something's gonna get her from behind. Is going back to her past. I get swatted.
It's very hot, yeah. And that's interesting too, because one of the things that we noticed with her right away when we brought her home is she needs to have an escape route. She does not like to be enclosed. Even when she's in the bedroom and she sleeps with us, she has to be facing the doorway. To have I don't know if she needs to know that she has an escape, or she just needs to know that there's other places to go.
That feels to me like a guarding, Like she's making sure nothing's coming in.
Okay.
She needs to know that that everyone's aware, especially her, of what could be coming in as well. One needs to be
Okay.
able to check that out and go after it if need be. So with agility, I feel like she gets something out of it. It feels to me like it gets her. It helps with confidence, and it does feel like it gets her out of her head.
Okay.
On those times when she's able to, it's very good to get her into the zone of like
Right.
work and being a dog.
Yeah, and that's what I want for her. I just want her to be relaxed and happy and kind of like not like Oreo, but just like carefree and
Right.
nothing bothering her.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. She says that she most feels like that when she's sitting with you on a couch and you're petting her.
Okay.
Right next to her is her
Yeah.
happiest time. She says, "Yeah, my life's been a struggle."
And that's what I wish I could get her past, because she had that life for years. She's been with us for 5 years, and I just not worry, but feel so bad that that first year of her life affected her so
Yeah.
much.
The other thing is CBDs might be something to talk about with the vet,
We've
or you've done that.
we've done
Mm-hmm.
we've done CBD. Yes, the part of it is that it takes such a high dose
Mm-hmm.
for her,
Mm-hmm.
especially during like really high stress situations. 4th of July with the fireworks, we have music going in the house. We close everything down. We give her a weighted blanket, CBD oil. We've tried just about everything
Yeah.
we can.
It sounds like you're doing a level of energy work that's something that could be done more of, possibly to help with just release and balance. I feel like getting her more in touch with her hindquarters, it feels to me like she gets very disconnected from that part of her body, which sometimes we do see with animals that have been abused, traumatized. So it feels like she gets like disconnected from her hindquarters. So helping her, holding her back there, like her hindquarters, putting your hands on her lower body and sending her just love and white light and just helping her to ground. It feels like she's running away from her hindquarters. And, unfortunately, I see also some tail pulling. So yeah, she definitely had it rough. So you're kind of dealing
Yeah.
with that, and it can be a journey with an anxious animal. And, it teaches us a lot too. I've had anxious animals come to me with difficult pasts, and it taught me so much, like to be able to help other people. So
Well, and I have a lot of anxious tendencies too, and I know she picks up on that as well. I've been told that before.
that can definitely happen. But it's not to beat yourself up over it. They come into our lives for a reason. So,
Right.
it's to learn from each other and find
Mm-hmm.
solutions, and helps other people. So she talks about you walking her, and that when you walk together, it kind of helps to relieve some of that anxiety. She likes that.
Even going on walks, it's amazing how much more alive she comes when we come across like one of her friends in the neighborhood or something. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
amazing.
great. Yeah, and I was also going to say there's some acupressure points for anxiety. I have a video you could watch with that.
Okay.
And then there's Tellington Tea Touch, which can be great, which are just these like little circles. I have an interview with Linda Tellington Jones on one that I did on my YouTube channel and Facebook page, that she demonstrates that. So those are really good for connectivity, especially the
Okay.
Tea Touch. Getting her doing those like on her hindquarters would be good. you're doing a lot for her, so keep doing what you're doing. You're
Okay.
helping her, so
Okay.
it's working. She came from, it was a rough start. It was rough.
Yeah.
First year of her life
Yeah.
in that situation. I'll thank them
Okay.
for what they've done to help educate people about animal communication, and thank you for letting me talk with them. And thank you for watching. And feel free to contact me at Ann with an E at intuitivetouchanimalcare.com or go to my website, intuitivetouchanimalcare.com. Please like, share, subscribe. It really does help the show. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless. Listen close. Rub my belly.